The gruesome sight of a lifeless corpse ought to have triggered a wave of nausea within me. Yet strangely, I found myself growing desensitized to another macabre scene. This particular victim had been stabbed to death with a pair of dressmaker's scissors, no less. But for some unfathomable reason, the first thing I thought of was my father. Not that he was covered in blood, or that I was in any way involved in his demise. But still, all I could envision was accompanying Aunt Cynthia to the chilling confines of the local morgue. She held my hand, which annoyed me greatly. At 13 years of age, I didn't need my auntie clinging on to me like some toddler incapable of crossing the road alone. And, as we entered the drab-looking building, the man in the black suit just stared at me. I wasn't sure if he agreed with my theory that I didn't require a chaperone, or whether he deemed me too young to be there at all. How should I know what age is considered normal to see your father laid out in an open coffin? But Aunt Cynthia insisted. She said it would help me with closure, comfort me as I somehow attempted to move on with my life, and understand both Mum and Dad were now with the angels. From that day on, she explained, they would look down on me from above, whilst she reluctantly took on the mantle of surrogate parent. During the journey home, she encouraged me to make my parents proud. Mum died 2 years earlier, almost to the day. They both had lung cancer, and they both smoked like chimneys. Aunt Cynthia was Mum's older sister. She never married and never wanted children, but she did agree to raise me until the day I left school. She always reminded me of a librarian with her half-moon glasses perched on the end of her nose, the rims jazzy, a multitude of colours, and the lanyard containing several glass beads, azures and reds and yellows. Unfortunately, I soon discovered that her house lacked any such vibrancy, and once I stepped inside, it appeared sombre and uninviting, a combination of beiges and browns dominating the decor. The ambience exuded a sense of melancholy, and my already depleted existence threatened to overwhelm me. On the exterior, my aunt was kind to me, but underneath that false facade, she was incredibly strict, especially where studying was concerned. Homework came first, a minimum of 5 nights a week. She made me read every other day too, and specifically on weekends, until I left her home some 5 years later. Aunt Cynthia brought me up to work hard and play after. You must win your rewards in this world, she forever reminded me.